Hello everyone. You're all welcome to the graphic design meetup. Hope you guys are all excited as well as I am. My name is Ira Tadigun. I'm a project manager from Bincom Dev Center. Yes, thank you all for joining this event. Please, as you are just joining in, please I would like you to introduce yourself by telling us your name, what you do, your roles, and what your expectation is for this event. You can drop it at the chat box, and if you would like to raise up your hand then to speak, you can unmute. Hello, Sophia. Please, can you introduce yourself? Hello, Sophia. Please, can you hear me? Sophia. Hello, Adekunle. Please, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I
Hello.
think we can hear you.
All right. Good afternoon. I'm definitely graphics UX designer from Bincom Dev Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Adekunle. Please, Sophia, can you introduce yourself, please? I think Sophia is not available. Yes. Can you introduce yourself to everyone, please? All right. Please, you can drop your introduction into the chat box so we can try to connect with you. And also, you can drop your social media handle so we can connect with you because we would like to connect with you. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome once again to the graphic design meetup. Yeah. So, all right, let's get into the order of the day. Yes. This event is proudly brought to you by Bincom Dev Center. So I would like to share my screen, then talk about what Bincom Dev Center is all about. A minute, please. Please confirm if you can see my screen, please.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Hello. Hello, can anyone see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I guess it's the network. So Bincom Data Center is a multi-location technology talent development and solution platform. And we have our locations in different areas like Lagos State, Oyo State, Kano State, Kaduna State, Ogun State, Delta State, and also in the United Kingdom. Bincom Dev Center is focused on three key pillars, which is building tech talent, enhancing tech talent, and also building startups. So yes, that's all what Bincom Dev Center is all about. So I would like to hand over to the host. Also, thank you all for attending this event. I really appreciate. Thank you all for joining this event. So before I hand over to the host, I would like to drop a tips for the event. Please just take your jotter and a pen so you can take something home. Thank you. Hello, Sophia.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, I can hear you.
All right. Okay, so let me help the host. I'm not the host. It's Baba Tosobola is the host. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is Design Meetup. Yeah, so today's topic is AI for designers, and we have two speakers. First speaker is Ibrahim Olukokun and Adekole Ebitomi. So we have two speakers. So we'll be going out with the first speaker. That's Ibrahim Olukokun. Will be our first speaker for today. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
So you want me to go ahead? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hi everyone. Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I
Okay.
can
So
hear you.
some. All right. Good. 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 All right. So good day, everyone. My name is Ibrahim Olukokun. So I'm very much excited to be here. Thanks so much for the invite, Sophia, and it's great to see everyone around here. I'm seeing Ogunbadejo, Sonny, Uche, Inaya, Adekunle, and everyone here. I'm happy to be here, and today I'll be talking about artificial intelligence for designers. And it's a very interesting topic that is transforming our industry generally, and the way we create in design nowadays. So, as designers, we are most likely always searching ways to enhance our own work, make it more efficient, more intuitive, and push creative boundaries. So, with the advent of AI, you all would know that the design space is changing rapidly, and you don't want to be left behind. Things are getting automated faster than you can think of, and if you think you want to, sorry, the person that started this talk was saying that for graphic designers, I will not say just limit it to graphic designer because AI will probably phase out graphic designers as fast as possible. So you want to call yourself a designer so that you don't limit your creative prowess. So you're a creative designer, then you have knowledge of graphic design, and then you move to other things. That way you can leverage AI for other things that would come up later on. So now the integration of AI with design, it also opens up new opportunities and new skill sets. Because essentially some people don't even know how to design, but AI would help them on how to design way, way, way better. For example, I was working with a client as a time as at the time. So the person has already made his own research about what they want with AI already. All they need to tell me was this is how they want it. This is what the AI prompt has told them to do. But they just need somebody to help them get it out of their own head into reality. So AI is fast moving. So let's start with like an overview of artificial intelligence in design, in the context of design. So the way it works is that algorithms and machine learning models that assist with various aspects of your design process or creative process. So this includes from generating layout ideas to automating complex editing processes. For example, I'm trying to like engage everyone, so I'm thinking of ways to make it more interactive from my own experience, so that we can learn. You can learn faster. So, for example, Photoshop recently introduced AI powered features. So you probably already seen it. If you have not, you need to go and check that out, where you can easily just tell Photoshop to help you probably remove the background of something. I want to change this to make it look a little bit more like a corporate setting. So instead of me having to sit down for 30 or 1 hour trying to make a change on a product or on a graphics, I can easily just tell AI to do the same amount of work for me. So if you understand basics of AI, you are being left behind at the end of the day, because other people that understand how to wield the power of that particular tool will do far better than you. In my own workplace, one thing I've done is for Figma. Yeah, there was a plugin called Wiregen. So what I do with my work process with that is I'll go to cloud. That's sorry, I'm okay. So please write some of these things down. Cloud is like ChatGPT also, but it is way more advanced than ChatGPT. So I go to cloud, I tell cloud that I need to design a dashboard for a financial company. We already have this and this in place. Our main issue is that we think that some of these buttons and layout is not intuitive and user friendly. So we need to simplify it. And also our colors, it's a little bit rigid. The company color is blue and black. You are giving it exact information that I want to give it. So I will now tell Cloud to give me 3 layout options that I can implement in my design process. So by the time I tell Cloud to give me 3 layout options, Cloud gives me a prompt that I need to work with. Then I go onto Figma, I bring out my plugin. The name of the plugin is Wiregem. So when you click it up, so when you copy the prompt from Cloud to Figma and inside that plugin, that gives me a rough frame, a wireframe of what I need to do already. That has already simplified my working process instead of me having to do the UX, because on a normal day I'll have to do a UX process. So that UX process, AI has already helped me with that UX process, because there are UI designers and there are UX designers also. Or some people obviously do UI UX together at the same time, but it depends on you how you want to do it. So I generally don't really like to do the UX part. I'm a visual person. So AI is helping me with the complex UX. No matter how complex it is, once I give the prompt to either Cloud or GPT Plus, it simplifies the UX process for me. Then I'll just take the creative side of it. I'll get the wireframes and then I can implement it in my own design process faster than somebody that has to sit down to do the UX process, or then you don't have to start thinking about how you want to wireframe this thing, and then how you want to do the lo-fi. Every single thing is being automated already. So if you are not fast enough, so let's say you are employed in a company and then they are telling you that but somebody else can do this, is doing this and this at the same time. This job doesn't take this person like 3 or 4 hours. That is because people are now implementing artificial intelligence in their work. So you don't want to be left behind, so that you don't look unproductive or you don't look like you are lagging behind with some other people. So by the time some other person is completing like 5 screens, you are still battling with just 1 screen because you are being left behind with artificial intelligence. And the design space is also fast evolving. So the first thing you want to do with AI is idea generation and inspiration. I think that's just the thing. And I want to point this out because that's like the first thing I wanted to say when I joined this is that humans prompt AI. So you must not believe that AI is smarter than you. You are the creative person. I can take idea from AI, but it doesn't mean that AI is smarter than me. Because there are certain things that AI will tell you. By the time you implement it, you realize that nah, this guy is not making sense. So when you implement it, you realize that okay, this is not working, but this would work. So the first thing you want to do with AI is that it aids idea generation and inspiration. It's very good for idea generation and inspiration. You want to design a flyer, you want to design a PowerPoint, even if it's just what's it called? I'm trying to remember something, yeah. Even if it's just ChatGPT for free, I think you can use ChatGPT the free version. If you can use ChatGPT free version, just tell ChatGPT I need to design a Nigerian flyer for a clothing brand. Give me the layout of how I should do this. The name of my brand is this. The name of my shop is this. This is my phone number. ChatGPT gives you that. Then you can now prompt ChatGPT to tell you that visualize this layout for me. Now, ideally, when ChatGPT gives, because ChatGPT is a slow learner. Sorry, I'm trying to not use, but I think we're all Gen Z anyway. So let me try and be using my language. So excuse some things. ChatGPT is slow compared to some other AI. So when ChatGPT gives you an option, it gives you like maybe 3D kind of design. So you don't necessarily need what ChatGPT is giving you. What you needed it for is idea generation and inspiration for you to see, okay, so this can work like this. Same thing applies to if you want to design a logo. Same thing applies to if you want to design a booklet, you want to design a PowerPoint slide, a Figma dashboard or anything. You don't need to start worrying yourself about thinking because AI is solving that problem already. So tools like Doll or Midjourney. Midjourney is also a very good AI tool that you can use to explore a range of visual concepts. Because some of these things are things that you have to use tools to do. Like Midjourney helps with all these images and video production, something that you have to probably learn After Effects or Premiere Pro to do on a normal day. But now AI is fast helping with that. So you might be thinking that some people are getting faster to do things, and then you that you are using the main software like Photoshop, Illustrator, Figma, somebody that is probably designing on phone is doing far better than you. And that's because the person understands the power of AI. Same thing that Canva is doing with their AI prompts, where you can just prompt stuff, where they give you templates. Design generally is no, you are not a magician in design. What you want to do is perfect your work to a point where it gets to a point where you know it works. So design is like you are refining what exists already to create, to innovate. You are recreating what exists for you to be innovative. So AI help you spark ideas and create design draft. So that's the first thing: idea generation and inspiration. Another thing that AI help with your design process is prototyping and user research. Now, this one is very essential for making our designs actually meet with the user needs. So in the very basics of, let's say, when I started learning UI design, I'm trying to like go over and above with graphics design and UI design and illustration because I'm more of into all these things. So when we started like learning, there was a course I took with University of Michigan where we started doing all the user testing, user research. Then you have to be doing all this deep knowledge of UX work, and we had to be learning UX processes with manufacturing or engineering products, and and the process in that way, it is a much longer process to help me understand. Of course, it adds to my knowledge base, but the industry is moving faster than you thinking that, oh, I want to start doing this doing this where AI is working for somebody else. So the same amount of problem I want to sit down to solve with my screen and dashboard and start writing this and jotting this down, with a tool like UIZard or Runway that can automatically generate prototypes for me based on user feedback, then why should I stress myself to go and be doing all that work when AI can easily help me with that? Of course, some people will hate AI because they will tell you that AI will take some people's job away. At the same time that AI can take some people's jobs away, AI can also give some people your job. Because now, if as a designer, if in our team now, we don't necessarily need a UX designer, because if we get the user feedback, we can easily just use, let's say, even Perplexity. Perplexity is another AI tool, because we use a lot of AI tools. So if we use that, and then we don't necessarily need a UX designer. Of course, I'll probably even a content person. I don't necessarily need a content or copywriter, because I can easily prompt AI to give me what I need. So if AI gives me something that I don't necessarily like, I'll just tell the AI that this works, but I need something that sounds like this. Then AI gives me another thing that I can work with. I don't need what AI is giving me. Always remember that you don't need to take what AI is giving you 100%. What you need is idea and inspiration. Because if you allow AI to take your creative space away, you are much less of a designer, but maybe probably are just implementing it. So what you need AI for is essentially idea generation and inspiration, so that you don't lose yourself as a designer. Because as a designer, you have to be creative also. So AI is it learns from algorithm of what exists already. So you don't want to be creating things that is already ordinary. Of course, design, you don't need to create magic, but you must be creative at the same time. So first thing, idea generation and inspiration. Second thing, prototyping and user research. AI would help you with that. I don't know if you guys if you guys are following, yeah. If you guys are following, can anybody
I'm following you.
All right, thank you. So another thing that AI helps with is personalization of your design project. So AI adapts very fast in real time to suit your individual user preferences. So let's say for example for e-commerce, yeah, AI systems can analyze user behavior and dynamically change what's shown on your website. So I'm trying to find a better example that you guys can relate to. So let's say you can track the number of visitors that comes to your website. You want to track their activity. What product are we selling the most? What issues are our users having? At what point do our users lose interest on a particular page? Do our users find it difficult to buy our product? So let's say they come to our website. Is it difficult for them to add to cart, check out? Is the checkout process easy? Is the user finding it easy to navigate or see other options? How interactive is our product? All those things can be automated with AI. So there are already AI tools that can help us analyze and track those activities. Then it makes our job easier to know where can we focus on, where do we need to improve our user engagement and satisfaction, and which is like the ultimate goal of any company. So you as a designer that understands AI, you are being more proactive and you know what to do to be relevant in the company so that you don't lose your job in this 21st century, in our own generation, yeah, now, right now, where people lose their job not because they are not good enough, but because the space is fast moving for you. So as much as I would because I started out as a graphic designer also. So as much as I'm doing graphic design, the space is changing faster because the people that wants to give you the graphic design work, especially when you are working with national clients, they already understand. Some of them already understand AI also. So you want to put yourself in a position where they always need you. So you want to always put yourself in a position where they will always need you. So that way, you don't want to limit yourself to just graphic design. You probably want to add some other things to your knowledge also. But you don't need to be a jack of all trade. Like I would say know one thing that you know very well. Be good at just if you are good at just one thing, let people know you for that one thing that you are very good of that they are very good at. Then you can learn other things also at the same time. So practically, AI doesn't just help you to create, so it helps you improve your own user experience by making your designs more dynamic and adaptable. And that's the kind of innovation that we need in the industry now, especially like in this cloud or DevOps, where tools and where tools nowadays are becoming more powerful and intuitive. So you need it for idea generation and inspiration, and then you can use it for prototyping and then personalization of your own design process. Another thing we want to do is let's see a practical application for Nigerian designers. So let's look at how this applies to specifically to us as Nigerian designers. So in a market where speed and efficiency matters. So for Nigeria, we are we a third world country? I'm not sure, but when we cannot compare ourselves with. Now let me sorry, I'm not like I want to correct the notion that we in Nigeria, so most of us were far better than people that even here in the UK. We are far better than them. We are far better than them. But they have access to networks and opportunities because of the way their country is done. Now, so Nigeria is being compared to countries like India, Malaysia, or Indonesia, where you have people that are working very fast, faster than you. So the competition for you to get an international job outside of Nigeria is even more stringent, sort of, because of the amount of competition that we have to be dealing with. The amount of competition that people that are in the UK or US or Canada or Australia they will have to deal with is less compared to what we would have to deal with from Nigeria. So we need to implement AI faster also as Nigerians. This is personal to everyone. So for freelancers or small design teams, this means that we can take on a larger project when we are working on complex tasks using AI. So let's think about this. Let's think about it this way. So if AI is handling, like, say, let's say image resizing, color adjustment, or even basic layout suggestion, then we can focus on refining concepts, ensuring that our brand message with the visual experience and handling client feedbacks are much more efficient. So that way, we are working faster, and then we'll get more credibility than our counterparts in other countries where they will have to follow due process. So in when you work with some startups here in the UK, yeah, you can probably use 3 4 months. Even big corporations like Google and Facebook and likes, you can probably be working on just one feature for months. But this is their own. I would say, so some of the startups here, I think that is just the way they operate. They just want you to take your time. You can just be in the company just doing one thing and doing one thing for months. But the case is different when we, as a Nigerian brand of freelancers, you don't want to be taking months and months to do a work. Whereas there is somebody in India that can just do it within 1 hour. Or even, let's say, a graphic design project that will take somebody else, let's say, 2 hours max, but in Nigeria. But let's say your another freelancer in the US is probably saying they have to write out a contract. This project probably take us like um 10 days to complete. But you are in Nigeria, you are which we are way more faster. So you can build them for your own efficiency. Then you can easily take on other projects. I don't know if you guys are getting the way. I don't know if you guys are getting my point with what I'm saying. Yeah, you want to use AI to make your own process faster, so that you can be more efficient than your counterparts in other countries. So that is like some of the practical applications for Nigerian designers, or in terms of designing as a freelancer in Nigeria, or if you have a small design team. So if you are interested in design for cloud, especially, or DevOps product, AI is a very great entry point, because it helps you to create intuitive interfaces for complex software, and which is essential for designing stuff like dashboard or applications or marketing softwares. AI would help you a lot. So the challenges you probably face with AI is that, of course, with every AI tool, there comes a responsibility with you. There's probably a case of data privacy and the likes, or algorithm being biased, because the algorithms are trained on existing stuffs. So AI for designers is the algorithm, or machine learning, is learning from what everybody has created. So our projects that we are putting on Behance, our projects that we are putting on Dribble, products that we are putting on, let's say, Mobin, AI is taking all those things to create its own design for you. So all you need is an inspiration, an idea from that. Then you become more creative with it. In fact, that I think Figma recently just even launched their own AI tool in Figma, where you can just design your screens, and tell AI to help you use to auto lay out your screen for you, make it responsive. So those things are like things that will take time on a normal day, creating components and the likes. Now you can just automate it with AI. The fact that I was scrolling on LinkedIn the other day, I think someone even suggested an AI that helps you create your component sets. And I tried it, and it's very helpful, because that task on a normal day probably would stress me out to use some hours sitting out trying to do system design and the likes. But with I can just prompt it and say, caption, I want it to be bold. This I want it to be regular. This I want to use this color. I need it to create me the contrast of this particular color, the one that I should use for this, and then it makes my life way more easier. So I would say, as designers, if you need to be consistent with what we are doing now in the field of design, find out which AI tool can I use for this process, or can I use to make my work process faster. Always remember that it is not that you need AI to create that stuff for you, but the only thing you need it to use it for is to get creative idea or insight from AI, then you can implement it in your own design process. Once you get that, your life becomes very, very much easy. So there are times that before, let's say when I used to do design, easy graphic design project, I had to sit down and start thinking, start writing out, doing sketches of logo. Let's say there I want to do logo design back in the days. I'll start sketching out, marking out all these things. But AI is helping my life right now because all I have to do is give prompt to GBT or cloud, and then I get a creative idea with some other research that I'll probably do. It's easy for me to just implement things within 1 hour or 2 hours. But one thing I do as a freelancer is I'll charge you for my I'll charge you for my creative or productive knowledge, not because of not because I can do it faster, then I'll charge less. No, I'll charge you for my proficiency and the fact that I can use AI to make my work faster. So if that makes it easy. So I think another thing you can do is experiment with different AI tools. So there are many design tools, Figma, Canva, Figma has its own AI tool, Canva has its own AI tool, even Illustrator now has its own AI tool where you can design a graphics for billboard and tell it to replicate, and you can replicate it for, let's say, different sizes of implement like A4, like portrait billboard or anything. So it makes our work easier. So another thing you want to do is um, then you can collaborate with the developers also. Sometimes they have their own AI tool that helps a lot with design and with design processes. So to conclude, because I think I've already used more than the allocated time, sorry, yeah. So to conclude this, AI is transforming how we work as designers and is opening new doors for us in areas like cloud and DevOps. So by embracing these AI tools, don't see AI as an innovation that will take your job away or anything. There's nothing like that. You want to leverage AI to become better as a designer. So by embracing these tools, you want to create both innovative and user-centered, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. So AI helps with that, but vision, AI would help with AI would help us to create things that we thought probably would not be possible. You can prompt AI to do anything that you want. But always remember that as much as AI might help with execution, the vision, the human side is always superior to that. And we always come from us as designers. So don't let AI take your creativity away. You want to leverage AI to improve your own creativity. You are smarter than AI. So you must always know that and implement and use it in that way. So and then I think that's it for now. I think some of you probably have questions. So thank you for listening, and I hope that I've touched a little bit of how to start exploring AI's potential in your design work. And if you have any questions or thoughts that you might have, we can do that. So thank you very much. I think that's it for me. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. It was really helpful. Yes, and also some of the things I also learned is don't make AI to collect your work. Like AI does not is not there to collect your work. It's just there to help you improve on your skills.
Yeah.
And you also said AI is good for idea generation, for inspiration also, and also we can also use for our prototyping and user research. And
Yeah.
also mention some of the AI tools that we can use, like Midjourney, Dora AI, UI Z, like that. So thank you for that presentation.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
we have our second speaker.
Mhm.
Our second speaker name is Adekunle Ebitomi. He's also UI designer. All right, so you can take the floor now.
All right, thank you very much, Sophia. Good afternoon, everyone, once again. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. So, thank you, Ibrahim. You really nailed it. Practically, it's like you're speaking from my head, as if you're looking at my slide. But it's fine. Thank you very much. And I believe we've all learned a lot. I myself, Brian was just driving the bus and I'm just catching it. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to like add to what he has been saying since I hope not to bore you. So I'll be sharing my screen now.
Okay.
Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen now?
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
All right. So
Yeah.
all right. Thank you very much. All right. Like we mentioned, we are discussing the topic AI for designers. But in this case, we'll be limiting ourselves to, if you talk about designers now, some people might be looking at, is he a fashion designer? No, we're talking about graphics, brand designer, UI UX designer, product design, and a lot like that. So that's where our scope of will be covering. All right, for the purpose of this session, now we'll be looking at this content. We'll be introducing the topic AI for designers, then the rise of AI. How did AI came into existence when it comes to design? So we get then secondly, we'll be looking at AI powered ideation and concept generation. Then fourth, we'll be looking at ethical considerations in AI assisted design. Then finally, we'll be looking at the future of AI and human collaboration in design. All right, so let's just take it one after the other like that. So we're talking about the introduction. We are saying that AI, which is artificial intelligence, is transforming the design landscape, empowering designers to create more intelligent, intuitive, and personalized user experiences. So what this is saying is AI is kind of some people will call it like their second girlfriend. I used to have this, my friend used to say AI to him is like a second girlfriend to him because practically he uses it almost all the time for content, for images, for screens. It was from him I first heard the AI tool called UIZard, and personally for me it has been useful, except for the fact that most of the screens there, most of the templates there are paid. We get so AI has really been helping a lot. It helps to create personalized user experiences. All you just need to do is put in the right prompts. And as designers, we should also learn to do that. Sometimes we might be worried about. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
All right. Sometimes we might be looking at we're not getting the right concept or the right image or the right idea about what we are looking for. So it could just be a problem of using the right prompt. So as designers, we should learn to use that properly. I think there's a say that says, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're never going to find it. So you need to know exactly how to find what you're looking for when it comes to use of AI for concepts generation to implementation of your designs. All right. So then the next thing is the rise of AI in design. How did AI come into existence when it comes to design? As we all know, AI is here to stay. And if you are here now, you are still thinking maybe AI will go in the next few years. No, you're joking. That's the way they say it about the use of computer those days. I can remember my mom was telling me when she was still using typewriter then, when they introduced desktop computers, she was like, maybe for those of us that don't understand Yoruba, she said, that big computer desktop were they were almost like, how are they going to cope with this and not take their job? But to God be the glory today, she was able to just match up with that trend, and to this day she still has a job. And that's the same thing about AI. If you don't get in line with AI, you are probably going to lose out. So the AI is here to stay. So let's just take up the challenge of maximizing the benefits of AI. Do we get? All right. So one of the benefits of AI, just like Ibrahim has mentioned, I'm just going to reiterate some of the things I've mentioned. So we said increased efficiency. We said AI to streamlines workflows, automating repetitive tasks, and freeing up designers from creative exploration. Just like Ibrahim have said, we before now, I know how much time we spent on trying to get idea Some of us, we have to draw and draw, sketch and sketch. You draw this, you tear it away, you draw this, you tear it away. But just now, you can just reach out to Midjourney, reach out to some other tools. Personally, for me, I love to use Leonardo AI a lot because it helps me. A lot of images I can just get, and then all you just need to put in the right prompt, and you get it. So it increases our efficiency as designers. Then another thing, a benefit of using AI in our design is data-driven insight. AI analyzes user data to reveal patterns and preferences, informing design decisions and improving usability. So as we all know, AI in itself doesn't have anything. It leverages on data that has been fed into it to we get. So AI maybe gathers data from Midjourney, gathers data from Behance, Mobbing, a lot of design platforms, portfolios like that. So from those data that they have gotten, that's how it's able to generate a lot of ideas for us. Do you get? And that's how it has always been. So it's not as if AI brought all of this in by itself. It's people, it's based on the information people fed into it. That's why it's giving us idea from. Do we get? Then another thing is enhanced creativity. If you look at my screen now, you will see some tools. I just mentioned a few of them. You say like Leonardo AI, Adobe, what's it called? Adobe Firefly, Coda Pro, Midjourney. Then free pick. Personally, for me, I don't know if it has happened to some other person. Personally, for me, I never knew free pick as AI effect to until recently because obviously when I go to free, I just go there to just look for free pictures to use for my design or some free mockups to use. Until one day I was just bored, just scrolling through the internet, I just entered free pick and I scrolled down. That was when I knew that so this thing has AI features too. So and recently I've been using a lot of that recently because it has helped me. I can generate images for I didn't even know I could generate image from free pick before. I didn't know I can create my own AI image. I was just boxed into free pick just using it for image generation, image search alone. I didn't know it has other AI features as well. So it enhances our creativity. It enhances our creativity. And recently too, I also used what's it called? UIZ. UIZ is one of my favorite tools these days. The only problem I have with it is that some of the templates there are not free. And I don't know, maybe Ibrahim will, I don't know, because people like that, I guess Ibrahim is not in the country, so they probably have access to paid platforms like that. But for me, don't mind me, I'm in Nigeria. I love free things. It's not as if I'm not condemning the fact that paying for platform is a great idea, but as a country is, but we'll get there by God's grace. But
Sure.
you get it. But it's just the fact that these platforms are there for us to use, and it's just amazing. And the fact is, I'm loving this design space, and it helps me a lot because I compared my time when I used to draw, search for things a lot compared to now. Compared to now, I can kind of relax because when somebody gives me a task to be done in for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, I can relax because I believe when I use my AI prompts, AI to in 2 minutes, in 2 to 5 minutes, I can easily get it done. If you get talking about video editing, image editing, creating flyers, creating UI screens, creating wireframes, all of these things are very, very easy with the help of AI tools. Few of them I've mentioned here. Do we get so it enhances our creativity as designers as well. I hope I'm not too fast. Then we will also be looking at AI-powered ideation and concept generation. I hope we all know that whenever we are trying to design something, sometimes looking for ideas is one of my stressful part of design because I feel like, okay, once this person gives me this, how do I go about it? What type of image should I use? What type of text what type of color should I use? With the advent of AI, I can easily do all of these things with AI. So I just need to tell the AI the exact thing the person told me to get. I just need to tell AI the exact thing. Okay, somebody was saying we should get, I wish we could get to the practical session where we can just look for images online using some of these tools. Sophia, can we do that? Maybe just for like 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe someone should just give us a prompt that
We
we
still
can
have
use.
time to do that.
All right, thank you very much. So let me ask, a man. Are you there? I don't know if it's a man or anyone. Just give us a prompt that you want us to, an image type you want us to use.
A man sitting down eating pizza.
Who said so? Okay, that's Shane Wabi. All right, let's check. So we'll be looking to check that. I'm using the AI to Adobe Firefly.
Oh
So
yeah.
there are other tools you can use now. So let's quickly search for that. So Oluwaseun said we should use a man sitting down. What type of man? Is it a black man or a white man?
Nigerian man.
Come on now. You shall want to be specific. All right, let's try it. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
A man sitting down and eating pizza, right? Is that correct? Hello?
With a chilled Coke beside him on the table.
Okay. They chilled. Cook. Okay. I don't think I represent, it's only Nigerians that call it Coke. Let's call it Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola beside him on the table. All right, let's search. So let's see what the AI is going to generate for us. Can you see? Can you see? So this is just like a sample. When we give it more specified prompts, it probably give us a better idea of what we are looking for. But the idea I'm just trying to prove here is that we can use AI to simplify our search for images and like that. And that's what one of the best things AI has done to me personally. And I'm sure it has done to most of you guys here too, if not everybody. Do we get? Hello?
Awesome.
All right, thank you. So that's just like the few practical I just want us to do. So going to the next one is the ethical considerations when it comes to AI assisted design. And what this means is we are using data from people, so we should consider some ethical considerations. What I mean by ethical is there are some things we should not just put out because we see it free of charge. There are some things we should consider. Okay, is this thing right to be out or not? There are some things we should look out for whenever we are trying to generate concept for our design, and these are what we'll be looking at now. So we have one thing is data privacy. So designers must ensure that user data are collected and used ethically, respecting privacy and security. There's one AI tool, I think it's Sunny that shared it too. That AI tool, you can upload the image of someone and get the AI version of that same image. I think it's possible with this guy too. I think Midjourney does something like that.
Mhm.
Yes, and I think Photoshop. No, then the advanced Photoshop, the current one, also has the same feature. You can upload a picture and get the advanced image. So in a bid to do this now, some people might want to, okay, I don't want to use my picture, or I don't want to use a real life picture. I want to generate an AI version of someone's picture. Then are you sure to does the person give you the permission to use that same image to you guys? So you don't use AI because it is free. You use it because you just because to protect someone else's privacy. Do you get? All right, that's another thing about AI. Then the other thing is bias mitigation. So AI algorithms should be trained on diverse data sets. And just like Ibrahim has said, AI platforms works on or data that has been fed into it. So probably you are searching for, imagine somebody living in Moshi now. Ibrahim, I don't know if you're familiar with Moshi.
Yeah, in Lagos.
Okay, okay. Yes, if you are in motion now and you're looking, you went to maybe Adobe Firefly, you are now asking AI to generate the image of Chukudi selling spare parts in motion. Is going to be hard for that AI to, because almost data like that might not have been fed to that AI. Do we get? So that's what we mean by bias mitigation. Data that have been fed into data that have been fed into that AI platform might not be there. It's not as if the AI does not want to give you that result. It might give you something similar, but will not give you the exact same thing. That's what we mean by bias mitigation. So AI in itself does not have anything. It collects data from a lot of platforms. So if people keep feeding data from machine like that, Diroko, all of those things, if you search it, you will get it. Do we get? And that's how AI is. Then the next thing is accessibility. AI should be used to create inclusive designs that cater to a wide range of users and abilities. There's something in design we call designing for people with disabilities, not necessarily people with disabilities too, or people that just don't want to stress themselves. Personally, during my year in school, I did a project. It's voice controlled. You get, so I can just sit in my room and just call. Maybe I want to put on the color of a bulb now. Then I can just call the color, maybe color red. Then the bulb turns to red. Do you get, designing for accessibility? AI platform gives us the room. We can do all of those things with the help of AIs. Using all of those tools that we've mentioned and the ones we are here to mention, AI is here to stay. And as designers, if you explore the use of AI, you are probably going to see that it's one of the best things that can happen to the world. And that's why when people say AI is here to take designers' job, not everybody's job. AI in itself does not know anything. You are the one to use AI to fit into what you want. Do you get? And that's, I also respect what Ibrahim said, that you are not to limit yourself to just implementing the exact thing AI is giving to you. You are to improve your creative space by just modifying it, because AI does not even know exactly what you want. It might give you results based on your prompts, but it's still you that know exactly what you want. So you need to modify it, use it the way you want it, not the way the AI has given it to you. Do we get? Then finally, the future of AI and human collaboration. And this is where I'll be stopping today. What we are going to be discussing here is that just like we've established, I don't know if anybody will be disagreeing with me that let me ask, Sunny, do you believe AI is here to stay or not? Yes or no? And give me a reason for either answer.
Yes, AI is here to stay. He's not going anywhere.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
All right, thank you. So we've established the fact that AI is here to stay, and the earlier the better for us. We accept this fact. The earlier it's going to be good for us. So we are to work on collaborating. There's no need of fighting it. It's here to stay. How do we collaborate so that we can use it better and not make it take our job? Because if you don't use AI, someone else that know how to collaborate with AI will take your job, and that's it. It's not a hard feeling. It's just the way. It's a business world. If you cannot deliver my task, somebody that can deliver the task can do it, and boom, the person gets the job and you are fired. That's it. All right.
Mhm.
Okay, so the thing we'll be looking at when it comes to collaboration with AI is I'm sure some of us have seen or have heard of the word augmented reality, virtual reality. We don't talk of AR and VR. It's going to help. AI will empower designers to explore new creative possibilities, to push boundaries of design. I don't know if any of us in Nigeria have seen an MTN post. They call it MTN Digital Center. They have a lot of this virtual reality in that. All you just need to do is to pay.
I think we can't hear you anymore.
An amount and explore. And it's performing and looking better. Augmented reality. So with the collaboration of AI, we can explore some of this platform, virtual reality, augmented reality. Yeah. Can you guys see hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right, thank you very much, Brian. Then the next thing is hyper personalization. So AI will enable highly personalized user experience tailored to individual needs and preferences. What this is saying is that AI can more be tailored to our needs, and based on the information that has been fed to it, can more serve us better. Because the main idea of collaborating with somebody is to be more friends with that thing, because it's not going anywhere. And in order to use it very well, we need to find a way to make us serve us better. That's what AI is going to be later. Then another thing is human AI partnership. So designers will collaborate with AI to create innovative and user-centric solutions. And that's how, and this is where we are going to stop here today. So we believe that as designers, not just designers these days, even everybody. I think during one of our KD sessions at Bincom, one of our team introduced a platform where you can create an app in almost 5 seconds. I was wild, like, and I tried it and it worked. That's the beauty of AI. So it's like in every sector. So you what you do is just choose your pick. How do you want AI to help you? Okay, I want to help me in my design career. Bam, that's it. And that's one thing I would encourage us to familiarize ourselves with some of these AI tools, use them, exploit. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, but with the free ones, you can still do what you can do and do your task, do your video editing, create your platform, create your flyers, your banners, and everything is going to be fine. Personally, I'm just getting to here for the Figma AI platform where you can create buttons, components. I know as designers, we all understand how long it takes to create components. And with the advent of this now, I think I'm just going to try that out for myself and see how it works for myself. Do you get? And that's where I'm going to be stopping today. So I hope I didn't bore you. Or if you have any questions, Ibrahim and I is here to answer our questions. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so amazing. Wow, I really learned a lot actually. This event, I really appreciate the speakers. They've done so well. I really appreciate, like, AI has taken over the world. Seriously, even our young ones, you hear from them saying AI, 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 AI. Wow. And I actually learned how that AI can actually generate an image. Wow, this is so amazing. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Thank you, Epitomi. Thank you, everyone. Yes, I really appreciate. So I would like to talk more about the Bincom Dev Center services. Yes. So in Bincom Dev Center, we have different service, a lot of services here, which tailor to make you a globally attractive techies. And part of the services, I'll be taking you around the services in Bincom Dev Center here. Yes. So like I said the other time, I said Bincom Dev Center is a sorry, is a multi-location talent development technology solution platform, and we have our locations in different areas: Lagos, Oyo State, Kano State, and also in the United Kingdom. So our service basically in Bincom Dev Center is we have our Bincom Academy. This is our Montessori approach in training participants in basic skills needed for the modern technology ecosystem. Also, we have our Become Tech internship designed to enable people at the intermediate skills level gain masteries and expertise over a good period of time. Also, we have our Become Tech apprenticeship. This is an industrial attachment at various skills levels to gain experience and on-the-job training. We also have our Bincom Tech Network, there to giving a back to the community and building the tech ecosystem. This focuses on informing and exposing the youth to the current technology trends and how to prepare them for the future technology. Also, we have our Light Space, which is which is here to be, which is designed to have, you can have your seminars, your meetings in our live space. It's a workspace intended to encourage collaboration and drive innovation in the startup ecosystem. Yes. Also, we have our Bincom Global Tech Program. This is a solution to launch your tech career globally. It is a 1 to 2 year program focused on three key pillars, which is your learn skills, gain experience, and gain exposure. Please, can you hear me, please? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, you're clear.
Okay, thank you. So we have our Emigrate Tech Visa also, which help you become globally attractive and in your tech enabled pathway to relocation and settlement in countries like UK, USA, Canada, France, and many more. We have our Bincom mentoring platform too in Bincom Tech Center. It is structured to mentoring a solution to help mentors add values to their mentees for the purpose of building globally attractive techies. Also, we have our Labs by Bincom. It's a 3 to 6 month pre-incubator program that brings together participants to build a digital technology product which would be used by real life users. We have our Bincom Tech Coaching also. It helps individuals to learn their next role faster by offering combination of coaching, relevant on the job experience, and many more. So while we ask for questions and answers, I will I'll be dropping the links to each services on the chat box so we can follow up from there. Then also I'll be dropping the feedback link also so I can get the feedback from you all. Thank you. So I can the host can take over, please.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Sophie.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions? Let's start the questions. This question and answer segment. Hello, anybody?
I have a question.
Now go ahead.
Okay, so the question is for our first speaker. So what advice would you give like someone just coming into the industry, the design industry, that doesn't know what, like, there is UI, there is UX, there is graphics, there is project, there is product design, like where to start from? What advice can you give to such a person? Did you get my question?
Yes, I think I did. Sorry. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. That's my question.
Oh, all right, no worries. That is Sonia.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, all right, no problem. So, I think the first thing you want to do, not just for design, anyways, but anything you want to do in tech, the first thing is find your interest. Number one thing, because I feel like a lot of people struggle because they are learning a skill that they don't have interest in. So find your interest in design. We have, so if you want to like be in design, we have graphic design. There's brand design. There is print design. There is presentation design. There is UI UX design. There is illustration. There is even motion graphics is even part of design. So we have like different fields in design. So what you want to do is each one. I think what I did with somebody was that I told the person, go online, go to YouTube, search what you want. Okay, graphic design. What are they doing in graphic design? Let me go and see what they are doing. They are designing logos and anything. Does it pique my interest? Nah. Okay, let me go and check illustration. Also, okay, does this pique my interest? No. Some other people might fancy animation and be like, oh wow, and I like the way these things are moving. It'd be nice for him to create this. I only need you to find something that piques your interest. Now, when you find something that piques your interest, you now master the basics first. So, starting with learning the basics of what you want. So, let's say um, UI UX now, you want to now start learning the basics of design principles. You want to learn about typography, color theory, layout, visual hierarchy, then those, because those are like the core elements that you need in every field like of your design project, UI UX, either graphics or brand. So when you familiarize yourself with these basics first, then you now start to practice. So it depends if you have the opportunity to learn with a company, or I think a company like Bincom now that do training, you can, where if you have the opportunity to learn with a company that will guide you and say, okay, I think you should do this or do this. But because of I started my design career as a sole designer, I didn't learn from any. Okay, there was a time I went for 1 2 weeks training like that. I think so. So, but I'm a sole designer. I learned almost everything, probably YouTube, and just learning or practicing with other things. So what you want, so the first thing, like I said, is learn basics of what you want to. So after you create interest, learn the basics of that thing, then practice consistently. You can even join. So even in UI design, you can join all these challenges that they do. If it is UI design that you want to do, UI UX, there is a challenge they call daily UI challenge, or Inktober for illustrators. So it depends on, so for daily UI design challenge, you can just go on there, pick the one idea and just let me recreate this thing. So if you pick, let's say you want to design a a price plan. So if that is design a price plan, I'll go on YouTube, go and search design a price plan for YouTube. So people have done that. So you just go there, see what somebody has created, go to your Figma, try and replicate it as close to that thing as much as possible. You probably, so if you understand basics, you understand, okay, oh, the person is using a bold font because of visual hierarchy. Okay, the person is using a regular font because it's a body text. Okay, oh, the person is using a gray color because the information is less important. Then we are using the solid color because we want the information to call attention. The basics will inform your design process. So when you practice consistently and then you get better at your design, then you now start building a strong portfolio of projects that you see, okay, let me design a project like this, let me put it in my portfolio. So by the time you learn the basics of all these things, then you practice consistently and have a strong portfolio, then you show your work also, let people know what you do. Let people see your work process. Let people. I probably see Sophia on my LinkedIn page almost every day. So even if I don't know the person, but I'm seeing you consistently dropping your project or something, the day I would the day I would probably need a designer, even if you are a junior designer, the day I probably need somebody, I just need somebody to help me work on this thing. Then I remember that, oh, there's a lady called Sonny that I used to see on my FYP. So let me just go and see this person. Let me just chat the person that, hey, what's up? I've seen your work. I don't know if you can jump on this project quickly. And then you work with other designers also. Then you get better. And before you know it, you're already in the industry and you're also breaking boundaries in the field of design. So find your interest first. Anything that spark that interest, because that is what helped me. I created this interest in design because I started learning design even with PowerPoint. So I just like PowerPoint. I like the way I can just do things and be like, wow, this thing is interesting. So I can change color and this thing. So I can change for, okay, this thing is interesting for me. And that's where I started my own design journey. I fancy the fact that I can create something out of it. So it just piques my interest that I can do that. I also try to learn coding, but after I learned HTML and CSS, when I got to JavaScript, I was just like, nah, this thing is messing with my brain because it is disturbing my thinking process because I have to be learning all these taglines. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this thing. And there are some of my friends that they don't like design. It doesn't pique their interest, but they are very good with coding and software development. So find what piques your interest first. Once you find that thing, learn the basics of that thing. If you want to learn on your own, you have to do a lot of more work. But if you want to learn with a company or a training platform, it makes your life easier because those ones probably has a curriculum for you, and then that's okay. But at the same time, if you are learning with a company also, it is good also. Then you can do your own personal training on your own, practice consistently, show your work, let people know what you are doing, and then reach out to people, contribute to other people's project also. And I think it should not take you time to be at the peak of your design career. So I think that if that answers your questions, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much
Mm,
for the answer. It really does answer my question. Thank you very much.
no worries. You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Okay, do you have any other question? Okay. I have some questions. First question is, you mentioned some AI tools that we can use. So you can also try to give us some of them that we think it will help our design journey, Ibrahim.
Okay, I'm trying to open my system. So the first, I think everybody knows ChatGPT already, anyways. So number one thing, try ChatGPT. And then another thing you want to try is Cloud, Claude. Cloud is very good. Also, so it's more like an advanced ChatGPT for me. I feel like it's more advanced than ChatGPT. Another thing, another AI tool that that is good is Perplexity. Anyway, Perplexity is good for UX research, so that is very good. And then for design and layout, so there are some Figma plugins that can help for wireframe. If you get a prompt for your for just wireframe, there's a Figma plugin called WireGen. So that helps also. WireGen helps you to generate like just a sketch. If you have a prompt from ChatGPT, just put the prompt into WireGen, then it helps you to generate the wireframe for you to work with. And then there is sorry, I'm trying to remember all these plugins. Then there is Autoflow also. So there's Autoflow on Figma. There is remove BG on Figma also helps you remove backgrounds on Figma. Then there's Content Reel on Figma. That's another plugin also. Another thing that would help is Canva also has its own AI tool, Canva Magic Design. So very good. It's a very good software also if you use Canva. So because some people will probably not have access to laptops and the like. So if you are using your phone, you don't want to say I don't want to. So you can easily do a lot of things with Canva. I've there was a time I actually made a lot of money using Canva for video production. So you can see that it is not I don't need to like be proficient with some other softwares if I have AI tools that will help me with it. So I used Canva to get a contract that I was using to create videos. So with just some prompts and some additional softwares, additional resources. So it helps you to also create some social media posts faster, and some visual assets. Then for images and visual content, you want to use DALL-E. DALL-E is a tool. Is a tool by ChatGPT. So, but you can just give it text descriptions, and it gives you the concept or illustration or any mockups that you want. Mid Journey, very good software. The second speaker, sorry, I forgot his name. Adekunle, yeah. So Midjourney is a very good software also, and I think you mentioned Leonardo AI also. So that's a very good one, software also. Another software that you can use for video editing and visual design is also Runway. Runway ML is very good. Runway is very good. And then, like when I record my videos that I post on my YouTube channel, I think I use the Loom also has an AI feature, and so I wanted to talk. I wanted to say that the other time also. It has an AI feature where if I record a video, I will just go to the transcript part of it, and I can remove some words from the transcription of what the video from what the software has transcribed, and then it automatically helps me edit my video without me having to edit the videos myself. So I'll just tell so it can easily help me remove repetitions. It can help me remove silence. So I can just delete some part that I don't want to have it by just marking out the transcription instead of me having to delete that videos. So the AI is fast moving, is moving faster. So another thing you want to use for, I think I mentioned some for design and layout. I mentioned some for image and content creation. Another one for UI UX is UIZard. UIZard, like wizard. So UIZard. So UIZard, it helps to convert sketch into mockups. So so after you generate your stuff from WireGen, you can give it to UIZard to help you generate digital mockups and high fidelity prototypes. There's also a Figma plugin that can help you transform screenshots of a design into Figma file. But I can't remember the name now. I can't remember the name now. But just browse, just search that one. If I remember, I'll say it. So another thing, another AI tool that you can use in UI UX apart from UI ZAD is Chroma, like Chroma. So Chroma is an AI tool that helps you discover color combinations based on your preferences, and it's very valuable for branding identities also. And then uh, Stark, yeah, I think Stark helps you to know your contrast in in your design work, to know if your design is compatible with web platforms. You know, when people say don't use full black, use this color, you can easily use Stack to find out contrast checks, colorblind simulations, because nowadays designing for accessibility is very important also. So we want to use a plugin like that also. So for that is for UI UX tools. If you want to use for content creation and copywriting, ChatGPT is good. The only thing with ChatGPT is that you have to teach ChatGPT how to work. So I think that's when most people don't get it wrong. So some people tell you, ChatGPT is just giving me some basic stuff. As much as it's a free, it's an AI. So if you teach it over time, it can learn your own language. So ChatGPT is good, but you have to teach it. You have to teach ChatGPT what you want. So you give it prompt. If it gives you something that doesn't make sense, you tell it that, nah, I don't want this. I need it to sound more creative, or I need you to give me something like this. You can give it sample of even what you want. So ChatGPT is good. Then you can use another thing you can use for content creation or copywriting is Copy AI or Jasper AI. If there's a content writer or copywriter here, just go and learn how to use Copy AI or Jasper. Jasper is very good. Yeah, and then copy.ai too is very good. These are very good stuff for content creation or copywriting. So it helps because, like myself now, I don't necessarily need to sit down and start thinking of getting a content writer to help me write captions for a website or something. I'll just go to Jasper or Copy, and then I'll just give them the prompts. Well, this is what I'm working with. This is the space I have. I have a space for heading and a space for subheading. Our brand is doing this. I don't need to copy it word for word. I just need to give me an idea. Then I would modify into what I think would work for us. So that is for content creation and copywriting. Sorry, I'm trying to think of every aspect that you will need AI so that I can suggest one thing. Okay, for image editing and enhancements, Photoshop is very good. In fact, Photoshop is if you are using the recent versions of Photoshop, it has a lot of features. Now I don't need to have. I cannot even remember the last time I edited a picture by myself on Photoshop, except if it's a very tiny details that I think that the software is doing wrongly. That's when I have to edit it. So what I just do is there are some features that they have now that I can just remove background automatically. I can enhance the picture. I can use stuff like content aware fields, smart selection. All those things is it is automated. Some of them are mostly automated now in Photoshop. Another tool that you can use is remove.bg. It helps you remove your background from images faster. And then Let's Enhance also is a nice software for you to enhance your image. For prototyping and animation, I will not say they are AI tools anyways, but I think they have most software also are having AI features now. So if you are using Framer, they have some AI features that will help also. There is Lottie files. Sorry, if you miss any one of these things, just let me know. So okay. And then I think that's it. I think that's it that I can remember for now. For 3D design, these ones are not AI tools, but if you want to go into 3D design, you can use Spline or Blender. Blender has a lot of AI plugins also that will make your life easy if you are going into 3D design or these motion graphics. So that should be it for yeah, I think that should be it. I'm thinking of if I can remember some other things that we use. So if I for project management, also there are AI tools that help with project management. So, but it depends on the company that you are working with. So because I've worked with companies that use Trello, monday.com or Slack. So some of them have their own AI tool also. So for example, in my current team now, we in my current team now, we use monday.com to streamline a lot of things. And another thing that AI tool can help with, Microsoft has Copilot. So the way we are doing all this session online now, Copilot has a feature that it can just listen to what everybody has said from beginning till the end and summarize what everybody has said and record it as a meeting. Because some of these things are things that when you do meetings, somebody has to be taking minute of meeting, what this person said, did I miss anything? So if let's say we are doing this meeting on Copa on Microsoft Teams now, and then we have Copilot AI and feature enabled. Anything that you miss, you can just go back to it and ask Copilot that. So Ibrahim mentioned some softwares that we can use. Can you list them out? That is after the meeting. After we have closed this, you can just go back to that and tell Copilot to say, Sophia, Ibrahim mentioned these things. Can you list them out for me? And then it will list everything else for you. So that is another AI feature that helps also. Uh, for market research and user insight, I think you can use Hotjar. Hotjar has some AI tools. So because I was saying there are software that help you analyze user behavior on websites, providing it maps, recordings, and feedback. And so Hotjar is very good with that. And then yeah, I think that's it for now. That's the ones those are the ones I can remember. So if there's anyone else that you specifically want to know ahead, then you can just, you know, ask, or maybe you can reach out to me anytime later, or maybe on LinkedIn or something. Then I will just tell you. If I remember if I remember there's a plugin for creating components. I've forgotten the name of the company, but when I remember it, I will let you know. But if anyone else wants to know, so I'll find out in my Figma file and then I'll just let you guys know. Okay. So I think that's it for me.
Okay, thank you for that. It was really, really helpful. All those AI tools, some of them I've heard about them before, some not. Thank you for that. So I remember another question I want to ask. So on Twitter space, someone
Yeah.
mentioned something about using ChatGPT, and that person said, yeah, it's same thing as stealing, because there was a speech around taking someone else design or coding or something like that. So when I said, okay, you can use ChatGPT to actually look for maybe to code or something, or to design something or something. So another person has said, is if you are taking ChatGPT this thing and I'm not trying to modify it, it's still the same thing as you stealing. So although I know that you've mentioned something about don't use what ChatGPT use what for, but can you still call it as stealing in your own sense? The two speaker will actually talk about this. So if I'm put forth, then I definitely will the second person.
Okay. So like we've said before, AI and machine learning are learning from what is already existing. So AI in itself is probably not creative, but you are making your creative process faster. So AI is learning from majority of what is already existing everywhere. So when designers say that ChatGPT is picking ideas from what this person is what is doing, when you are doing research also on a normal day when you before AI, what we do is we create mood boards. So when you create mood boards, what you are doing is you are picking what somebody has done, what different people has done from this person's dribble. I want to design a dashboard now. I go to dribble. I say, okay, I'm designing a dashboard for education platform. I go to dribble, I search dashboard for education platform. I pick some. Okay, I like this one, like this. Okay, let's pick this. We are creating a mood board. Let me go to Pinterest. Let me see what is there. Let me go to Behance. Let me see what people have done. You are doing your research. you are creating a mood board. Now, ChatGPT is doing the same thing. The only different thing is ChatGPT is not showing you that it is creating a mood board because it has already learned it. So it is now giving you what you want. So I would say people should just, because when if you are still thinking that ChatGPT is stealing your, it's not about stealing. If ChatGPT is replicating your your work word for word. In fact, UX designers are saying that don't reinvent sorry, if it is not broken, don't fix it. Like if there's a way checkout process is working for most branding, for most, why do you think Amazon is not changing their UX process? As much as their website looks like it is done in the oldest days, because it is still working. People already know that buy button will always be buy button. You will not come back and say that, so because ChatGPT is telling you that buy button is buy button, that's why you don't want to use buy. You don't want to use some fancy new thing and say uh get it or something, then you are not using a solid color to show that this button is a CTA button, or probably you are using a gray color with some text that will look like this, but this button is not as relevant as a CTA button. Then you expect that your market will sell, people would buy. No. So it is existing already. ChatGPT is learning what exists already. The only thing we need to do as Zena is you have to be creative around what exists already. So there is no magic you want to create out of the norm. There is no magic you want to create out of the norm. The only thing is you can do something that it is innovative from what you have learned from deep. So I will not say that it is stealing. I will say it's the way the world is evolving with AI. So whether you accept AI or not, AI is here to stay. So you can either learn to improve with it, or you can keep whining about it while other people are getting far better at it than you. So I would rather not spend my time um thinking about how do I come up with something so new, or so new, then I'll not start wasting my time. I rather do so. It's the same process. It's the same process of you creating a mood board, with me picking ideas from each of those mood boards to create your own innovative idea. That's the same work that ChatGPT is doing. So it is not stealing. It's the same process, but maybe some Nigerians have they they have attached. Some people have attachment issue with their design process, and some people are generally creative. Even with ChatGPT, ChatGPT is not even creative, to be honest. It's not that creative, to be honest. So because there are some actual things that you want to do as a designer that ChatGPT will give you prompt, and then you know that this is just basic stuff. Then you have to go and do your own actual research, create your own mood board that you want, create your own design and be an innovative. So I don't think we should follow crowd and say it is ChatGPT is streamlining everything. I even use ChatGPT to code while I was working on a WordPress website. So I don't need to learn how PHP works or anything. As long as I understand basic syntax, I'm very much fine. Even with basic HTML and CSS that I understand, ChatGPT can just give me code I need to work with, and then it makes my life easy. So we can either learn to accept it or fight it and be left behind. So I'm not saying it as a tool that is stealing anybody's creative work. I just think we need to be creative as designer, not just take ChatGPT for ChatGPT and then you become less creative. So I think that is my own take, or that is my own point of view on it. Maybe Adekunle can shed some of other light on it. So also.
Okay, thank you very much, Sophia. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so Ibrahim has said it all. There's nothing to add to what you have said. There's nothing new under the sun. So it's just as if we are revolving around what is existing already. So the earlier the better we understand that we might not necessarily create something new or to modify what has been created already. And that's one thing I realize about innovation. It doesn't necessarily have to be new, but it could be presented in a better way. So if you get something from ChatGPT and you are looking at it as if it's stolen from somewhere, I don't know what to say about that, but the basic idea is you trying to be creative from what you've gotten from GPT and using it to modify your own design process. And that way, I feel like you're good. So I would consider that stealing. It's just you trying to make your life easier and better. Imagine hours you spend on researching for a design, and ChatGPT can give you the right prompt. Just like um, Ibrahim have said, ChatGPT is not that smart comparing it to Cloud, because I just logged into Cloud now and I can see, like, though I've not really explored it, but based on the prompt I've just used now, I can see there is a big difference at the moment currently. Imagine me now using it forward, and I can now know ChatGPT is not so smart as people think it is to be good. And it's never silly, it's just reinventing what has been done already. So that's my take. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that.